Your happy fingers in it, or is it Vanna? I should have had it turn thing.
I'm Claire Steiger, and I'm the Communications Chair. We meet every third Wednesday of the month at 2 p.m. in the front room. We are a team. We are Mike Merritt, Mark Smith, Audrey Lucier, Marsha Hall, Darla Watts, myself, Linda Long, Mary Harmon, and Barbara Sweeney, who is our board liaison, who are not pictured are Kathy Carson and Marilyn Bratz. Now, before you switch over, we're going to have a quiz. Pull out your crosswords, please. We'll start with 2 down. Number one girl's name, 1910 to 1919. Anyone? You in back. Lynn. Ah, yes. Now our Lynn DeLong, who represents the Terry Tones, she was not born between 1910 and 1919. 3 across is British actress in Rome Flick. Anyone? Well known, her last name is Hepburn. Ah, yes, okay. Audrey Lucier is on our team too. And 9 down is a Brady. Y'all should know this. Correct. And we have our own Marsha Hall. Number 10 down, dear loved one, female name. This one's hard. It's Darla. Darla is our dear loved one in the Peoria office. 11 across is Mark. Oh, no. A warlike name, do you believe it? He is nothing like warlock at all. Warlike. All right, 12 across. Foreign exotic female name. Think of, I dream of Jeannie. Who would that be? Barbara. Yes. Barbara Sweeney. Our liaison in 2019. And 13, Star of the Sea. It's a female name. She is our star editor of our newsletter. Yes. All right. Cool. Full beans. All right. So those are our members once again. And you didn't pass. But it was fine. All right, the next slide. What did we do in 2019? Well, we have the newsletter, as you heard. Mary Harmon is our editor. And if we look at one across, you would find a buggy. What is another name for a buggy? Carrie. Yes. The Carrie Tones has their own portion of the newsletter. They have their own article. And we have 4 across. Who is Mr. Rogers? What is he?
Neighbor.
Yeah. In every newsletter, we have a neighbor, most every newsletter, we have a neighbor of yours who is highlighted with their own interview. So it's interesting and nice to get to know our neighbors. 4 down is promote. It's another way that you promote a business. Yes, advertise. The advertisements in our newsletter help offset the costs of producing the newsletters. 8 o'clock across is a sonnet or a web or an ode. Those are both
Poetry.
poetry, yes. What we try to do is put in variety in the newsletters, and the last thing that we tried was poetry. So for you poets out there, just submit your poems and you'll probably see them in print. Now, most people, when they have a bell head, like I retired from, 10 across, white pages means phone directory, right? So directory, as you all know, we worked hard to produce a printed owner's directory, and if you don't have one, there's one on the table back there by Audrey. Audrey, raise your hand, thank you. Now, going forward though in 2020, we do not expect, or further out or beyond, we do not expect to produce another printed owner's directory. We will need you to go ahead and opt into the place on the web where you would opt into the customer, to the community address book, and we'll cover that a little bit later. All right. If you're not a rookie in 9 across, what are you? Yes, thank you, Mark. We recognized our veterans. We do that every November in our newsletter. We really appreciate them. We thank them for their service and our USA. Another couple of things is, one down, we hit the buggy, but 5 across is bingo or tech workshops. You heard Diane talk about those, and those are events, yes. We publish we show you when the event is. They have their own web page, each of them on our web, and it tells you if the person who is in charge of holding the event could not plan it in time for the newsletter to be able to print it, it will be on the web. You'll be able to see it there. 6 down, salutation. You may not know about this. It's a welcome letter. We redo our welcome letter every year, and Darla hands that out along with how to get onto the web to the new residents, so they feel like somebody acknowledged them. And the last one would be the groups. Oh, I just gave you the answer. Okay. It's like books and cards and mahjong. All of those groups are on the web. They have the time in the calendar where you can join that group, and we also have what groups we have. All right. Going back, we'll now look at what would Charlotte's home be? Yes, we're going to be looking at our web. In 2019, it's the first year that we owned our own domain name. And we changed the domain name in the upper right-hand corner of your crossword. It's CarolynLakesPLA.com. All right, there is jaywalking, 6 across. What's another name? If you jaywalk across a street, what are you taking? Your life in your hands. It's a shortcut. Once you've registered for our web, you can get on your devices, either it's a laptop or a pad or otherwise your phone, and you will be able to follow the directions that Audrey is holding up in the back to get a shortcut. So it's a lot easier to get on your phone in a lot less time. And that will be on the welcome table back there, as are the directories. Then we go to 1 across, Roman or Incan. Red and then calendar, yeah. We have several calendars on our web. One of them is like the newsletter has on the back sheet. that has all the events and meetings, but it's more detailed on the web because we have more room on the web. We also have, because Darla inputs it, the rental halls, when they're rented, per each hall. And we have a link to the City of Lakeland's events. When you look at two across, it says YouTube, and what's on YouTube? Yeah. Our own Kumar Seethram let us put his Walk Around Lake Sonata on the homepage of our web. That way, when people are looking to move into Carillon Lakes perhaps, they can see what one of the walks around our lakes look like. Kodak Moments, 7 across. Those are for all of you oldies that we are. What's a Kodak moment? Yeah, okay. What we've done is we looked at that home page and we saw a lot of words that really should be represented by pictures in our community. So the words have a different color. You can click on the word and you will go ahead and see some of the pictures in our Carillon Lakes. And what that does is the home page is available for anybody from the outside to view. All the rest of the web pages are the owners and our renters only. All right, so that would be all of them except for 5 down. IRS has us submit documents usually, but now it's all electronic, so instead of an e-document, another name would be an e-form. Thank you. The e-forms have their own page on the web, and many of you have used them already. It's a way to contact the board or a way to contact a committee. And the last one is web-centric emails. We will go into that in about 3 more slides. Next. So for all the newcomers out there, how do you register on the web? You just, if you're a newcomer, turn your crossword over and there's the instructions. Next. Once you're registered then, we already covered the shortcut that is available as a takeover. So opting in, this is a 2020, and it started with the board, thank you board, from 2019. We have had requests that instead of just having to go onto the web, that the residents and owners have wanted an email sent to them to know that an event was posted, a newsletter, just various categories. And December 13th, 633 emails received this opt-in opportunity to be able to have information sent to your email through a web-centric capability. And out of those, 94% opted in. That's unheard of. That's just amazing. I don't think any other Leland management property has had their residents opt in as much as we have, so thank you very much. And one other thing that we need you to opt into, as I talked about before, was the printed owners directory. You need to go back into that profile page and opt into the community address book, please. Now, about 50% of us log into the web every month. That's a good percentage. Then the opt-in categories that we're responsible for, our team is responsible for, are the carriage homes. They have their own separate, distinct group. We do not get the carriage homes information if we're in a home. Only the carriage home owners do and renters. Then if there's a new newsletter posted, that'll be coming to your email, let you know. Community events and architectural letters, that of course is in conjunction with the architectural committee. Thanks, Mark. All right, our web vision for 2020. We always try to upgrade our web and make it more user-friendly, and what we're looking at is posting all of the committee minutes monthly to the web. So you'll know what's going on and you'll know which one you might want to sit in on. We're looking at reorganizing the web based on flowcharts. Boy, flowcharts, that was in high school, but they still use them. That may consist of consolidating page names or reorganizing the page names, renaming the tabs from groups to clubs, it will be reviewing the templates of how it lays out, may freshen up the look and get somebody more excited about it. And like I talked about in the very beginning about serving or volunteering or being, joining a committee, you can be considered if you're interested in helping with this web redo by being a volunteer or by being of service to us. Just let us know, one of the members know, and we will highly consider your request. I'll end it with a quote: "We are stronger when we listen and smarter when we share." You can join a committee. I'm not just talking about communications. You can join a committee, you can serve, you can volunteer, but be a team player. Be a part of a team for 2020. Any questions?
What if you choose not to be on this website?
You're not on it.
Not information.
Newsletter is about your only option. Okay. Anything else? All right, thanks.